Hello guys, here's everything else. This is another cargo pet video. Now we're going over the champion. I'm going to be trying to do this fast because I don't have a lot of time and I already recorded this video once, but the audio didn't work at all. So I'm recording it once again. Well, now for the stuff, you're trained in perception. You will be a slow tank, so you will be just trained in perception because you'll be one of the slower guys, of course. Expert in fortitude and will, so you can resist all of the debuffing effects, and just trained in reflex. Yeah, you're trained in your deity skill. If you want to know about your deity skill, just um, go to your deity, just see this, and over here, for example, if you take Trailmaxian, then your divine skill is nature. So yeah, then you just get nature. And now also 2 skills plus your intelligence modifier. You get weapons up to martial, that is pretty good. With your defenses being just all armor, and you will be really bulky. Now, of course, your class DC, and you actually will start off with spells despite being mostly a martial class, but you will start with some focus spells. Now, of course, you get your deity and cause, aka depending on your deity's alignment. Over here, for example, Lawful Evil, Neutral Evil, and Chaotic Evil. In order to worship Trollmaxia and be able to become a cleric or a champion of Trollmaxian, you need to be one of these alignments, leading you to be able only to choose champion subclasses. Champion subclasses that are either lawful evil, neutral evil, or chaotic evil, aka tyrant, desecrator, and anti-paladin. Now, you get also champion's reaction, that are reactions that you get from your cause. Devotion spells, aka you either start with Lay on Hands that deals positive damage or heals living, and Touch of Corruption that deals negative damage or heals the undead. Now you also, since you're a martial, will start with 1 feat, and you start with shield block for free. That is pretty good, especially since you're going to be a tank. Now you get the divine ally, aka blade ally, for example. That doesn't really need to be a blade because you can see that can even be hundreds of mighty blows, and you can just put 1 rune on them for free, and to gain the weapon's critical specialization effect. It would be way better if you were a fighter or something, but you would actually get critical specialization even as a fighter. You won't really do too much crits unless you have like a support that just buffs your attack. Now, we get to stuff that is not like generic stuff that everyone gets. Over here, at level 5 you get weapon expertise, so you just get expert at weapons. Then you get armor expertise, and the one cool thing that you get armor specialization effects. That are usually, like resistances to bludgeoning on height, for example. Weapon specialization, aka you deal 2 extra damage per every rank that you have, per every proficiency rank that you have, above trained. Not like, okay, so you do 2 damage if you're expert, 3 damage if you're master, and 4 damage if you're legendary. Now you get champion expertise, aka you get booster or disease, so it's harder to like save against your spells. You hit harder with your spells, and you get the better class features. Divine smite, that just gives extra effect if you use your champion reaction. Just specifically to targets, to one of like targets or opposite of targets of your reaction, like the person that tried to attack the target of your reaction. And Juggernaut, of course, you get master in fortitude saves if you roll a success, you get critical success. Lightning reflexes, you get expert. Alertness, you get expert also, but this time in perception instead of reflex. And divine will, same as Juggernaut. And I don't really say levels, but I go over them, so just like look levels when I just show them. Exalt, at 11th level is just another boost from your cause, the last boost that you get from your cause specifically. Armor Mastery. Mastery, just like the armor that you get at level 13. At level 13 also we get Weapon Mastery, which is just increases your weapon to mastery. Yeah, plus 2 to hit, very cool. Greater weapon specialization, yeah, that just essentially doubles the bonuses that you got from just weapon specialization. And legendary armor at 17th level. Oh yeah, champion mastery before at level 17th. So yeah, just boost to DC of your spells. And your class DC. And legendary armor also at 17th level, just plus 2 to armor class. That's really good actually, because you will be able to be legendary. And Hero's Defiance, aka allows you to just hang on and to just like average of 45 HP after you die. But you can do this just once per combat pretty much. Now you have talents that are of course talents of good and talents of evil. Good, okay, you need to be a good boy and you get lay on hands. And I already explained it, same with evil, just you get touch of corruptions. I already explained it before, yet again. No causes, you get paladin. And all of the good causes, before, just to save some time, all of the good causes just give one of your allies that you use the reaction on, gives you +2, and just give you resistance equal to +2 plus your level. Against the stuff like this. And if the foe that of course dealt the damage to your ally is within your melee reach, you can make a melee strike, but also we have a feat that allows it to be, you know, like a ranged strike. So yeah, paladin is like pretty much the only the guy that is good for range combat. Divine Smite, aka once again, persistent good damage, persistent time and damage is going to be a pattern over here, equal to your charisma modifier against the guy that you hit with your Divine Smite. Now Exalt, if you use Rebutive Strike, also your allies can do this, but your allies will be hitting the enemy at -5 penalty. I don't know if it stacks with Agile, talk to your GM. Now Redeemer, literally the same thing, but you can actually choose, but the enemy is also enfeebled, that is -2 to strength, or you can just completely nullify the damage. Yeah, that's really good. Divine Smite, of course, persistent good damage once again against the foe. And yeah, you can just like you can just like give resistance equal to your just your level, with just 2 less resistance, but you give it to everyone within 15 feet. Of course, everyone who is friendly towards you. Liberator, chaotic good. You can also right now just use it to nullify the grapples and just like paralyze and stuff like this. For that, with this, yeah, that's the same, but you can also like break grapples. And yeah, also the ally can step as a free action and stuff like this. Divine Smite, yet again. Of course, good damage against the enemy that did it to your ally. And now Exalt, just once again, is a group effect. Is a group effect that yet again just makes your allies within 15 feet able to step if just your ally doesn't attempt to break free from the effect. So yeah, that is really good if you're just trying to reduce damage rather than breaking free your ally of some command or some effect or something. Now Tyrant. Tyrant, you can use Iron Command. That's pretty good. It just deals a bunch of damage. It just deals a bunch of damage depending on your level in the sixes. Now, yeah. Also, your strikes will deal one extra damage that is either negative or evil. So, yeah, really, rarely creatures will resist it. Now, Divine Smite. The enemy takes this time persistent evil damage if you do this. But also, yeah, I forgot to tell you, the enemies can avoid the mental damage by just deciding to fall prone as a free action. Pretty cool, right? Definitely an S tier subclass. Exalt, and your Exalt make it so that, you know, yeah, just you can decide it to do on multiple targets, but they will take minimum damage. Okay, just the damage before your D. Now, Selfish Shield, yeah, that's essentially like more of a neutral thing than evil, in my opinion. But yeah, it gives you 2 plus half your level this time. Resistance. That, yeah, is not really that good, but it's pretty cool. Oh yeah. I think that rest will just plus your level in other guys. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2 plus your level, so this is more of a just like soul tank. And yeah, you just deal extra evil damage. Just like this guy, you deal extra evil or negative damage. Yeah, that's pretty much just what is a common trait over here. But yet again, if your charisma is +2, that's your charisma plus half your level instead of just that. And Exalt allows just makes enemies take penalty to attacking you, making you even a better tank. And anti-paladin, just you deal both damage to yourself and the enemy, which I don't really like. But then, you also like deal extra damage from strikes. That is negative and stuff like this. That is double than what the other champions have, but it's not really all that good, I think. Now an enemy once again takes persistent evil damage. Who would have thought? And Exalt just makes it so enemies just take half the just enemy takes stuff half the damage, but just you can just like more enemies, I think. So yeah, each the enemy. Now for your feats. Yeah, with your feats, I recommend that you always just take feats that enhance your ally. Just feats that enhance your ally, like your divine ally. And outside of that, you know, if your deity is one of like these 3 deities that I showed before, then Eversand stance will be really great because you will have an offhand weapon. And pretty much. Unless there's some sort of deity that has, for example, some sort of that has shield boss or something as their favorite weapon or something. But yeah, if your deity has some sort of shield thing, or just like some sort of freehand weapon like a glove, then Everstand stance will be really really good. Especially if you're especially if you build your character to be defensive. Deity's Domain is also another really good thing. Now also the stuff that you get, range reprisal, I of course said that you can take this, and over here I didn't really test it, but I know that these two are really good, and the range reprisal is pretty okay if you want to play range, but you won't have really a bonus to hit like a fighter, but you will have a bonus to your defense. So I don't think that you want to really play at range, but you can if you want, of course. And the rest is just take stuff for your ally, divine ally, of course. And now champion kits. Let's just actually take them. Yeah, actually that kit is horrible. I will tell you what I usually just take. So yeah, you should take your deity's favorite weapon, and if the weapon is not two-handed, then you should also take a steel shield, I think. And for your armor, you should take some sort of heavy armor with a bulwark track, because you will probably not really have, any dexterity. And bulwark essentially makes it so you get bonuses to saving throws. And dexterity saving throws, if you have low dexterity, it just bumps it up. It just bumps up your saving throws. But it doesn't really work in Path Builder. So you need to manually add it. And yeah. That's essentially what I said. That's essentially what I really think that your deity that you should actually pick. But yet again, this is just my opinion, my stuff, just me telling you what would be good for you to take. You don't need to really listen to me or anything. I'm just some guy. I'm just some guy on the internet. You do you. Just remember, try to find your own path, you freaks of nature.